Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dinner with Joe. Tonight's a little different. I'm having a pizza from Papa John's. Chicken barbecue pizza. Barbecue chicken ranch. Well, no ranch. Just a barbecue chicken. Olives, onions, bacon, chicken. I prefer thin crust. Chopped in squares. It's fun to eat that way. And a glass of ginger ale. Well, I hope everyone had a good week. Mine's been a bit crazy. One location's inventory just like tripled on me. So I've been having to work quite a lot. And it's not been easy catching up. But, that's what I gotta do. Gotta just try to keep on going. Get as many cars as I can in a day. But it's what I do for a living. And if they're gonna keep on getting cars in, I'm just gonna have to keep on shooting them. Hope your week has gone well. Weather been pretty nice out here. It's starting to get really cold now. Like sticking mid-50s. Like any moment, snow's gonna start dropping. Gotta get my windshield fixed before that happens. Cracks start getting bigger. So my mixer finally came in. Finally. So later on, I'm going to be doing a redo of last night's broadcast to be an actual DJ podcast for using BandLab loopers, like I've been trying to do, and it'll actually sound good this time. I've already tested it. Sounds pretty great. Only issue I have is internet on my side. I'm using my phone's Wi-Fi, my phone's hotspot connection, so internet connection is not that great. But the sound quality will be good. Unlike the last time I did it. It's pretty poor. Plus side with getting this mixer, I'll be able to record better quality guitar on BandLab, because the BandLab interface I had bought was not very good. Started watching Space Force on Netflix. Pretty funny show. I'm only 2 episodes in. I'm not sure why the mother's in prison, but I'll find out through watching the show. Give it a shot if you haven't. I find it funny. Steve Carell's pretty funny. So in some movie comic news, which seems to be what I do a lot during these videos for you guys on my Sunday dinners, it seems that Spider-Man 3 is going to be a live-action Spider-Verse. There's talks of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back, reprising their roles as Spider-Man. So we're going to have 3 Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3. And there's even talks of Sam Raimi directing it. He did the original Spider-Man trilogy, which I liked. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy was good. The third one, it was okay. I could have done without the whole black suit emo vibe he went with. That whole jazz scene. There was just a couple things in the movie I wasn't happy with. But from what I've read, it was a lot of interference from Warner Brothers. pushing what they wanted, and which Sam Raimi decided to step away from. So, hopefully with Marvel being as huge franchise that they are, they're going to absolutely make this the best Spider-Man movie there is. It's going to be pretty good. I've also read a lot about how Sony is making a bunch of Spider-Man spin-off movies. It's going to be a Spider-Woman. It's supposed to be a Sinister Six. The Mobius movie. They're all Spider-Man spin-offs, but they're tied into the MCU, even though Sony owns them. So that's going to be interesting. And with Sam Raimi also directing the Doctor Strange's new movie, it's going to be interesting. Hope you guys are enjoying your dinner. I've went to go with a little bit something different. Still grilled chicken though. Chicken's been a big part of my diet now. Kind of stay away from beef, processed lunch meat. I mean, the only thing I really do eat that's kind of processed is hot dogs. I mean, who could beat a good hot dog? Chili dogs, though, they're pretty good too. So expect some more new tunes from me. I've got a better audio interface to work with now. Got a device I can actually do some podcasting with too. Might just do some special podcasts where I talk comic books and superheroes with my brother. Tend to talk a lot about that. Well, looks like I'll need some more drink. Speaking of more comic book stuff, not really comic book, but more pop culture adjacent, I had read an article that Power Rangers, yes, something else I'm into, is working on making a module. Module meaning, well, let me just get into it. Power Rangers is making a module for 5th edition D&D, to where they're going to actually make character classes and actions and skill sets and weapons and everything for D&D 5th edition. That's Dungeons and Dragons. Something else I really enjoy doing. It's fun to do. I did a FaceTime session with my brother, I think last Thursday. That was pretty fun. Played a bard, 7th level, which I've never played before. Usually when I play D&D, I try to play a ranger. I try to stay away from magic. Or magic users. But playing a bard was interesting. Learned a lot about magic using, because bards do magic. And that's probably the most magical character I've ever used. I mean, yeah, rangers have spells and everything, but I never really used them. I was more of a brute force, go in with swords, or jump back and shoot with bows and arrows, and just use my feats and abilities to boost me. But using magic was actually kind of neat. Did a couple cool things. Did a reading yesterday of Brave New World during my live session. Just got through about 9 pages of the first chapter. Interesting stuff. A lot of big words. Could be a start of something else too. Some live readings. Some of the books I've read and have, which include Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? That was a good book to read. Childhood's End. Sorry. That was an interesting book. I might do that one. That one was actually a really interesting read. What other book do I have over there? Childhood's End was the first one I read. Well, it'll come to me. Usually have a more extravagant dinner. Some rice, chicken, mashed potatoes, vegetables. All cooked in the microwave, of course, but decided to go a little bit different this time. Just picked up a pizza. Haven't had pizza in a while. Had a bit of a craving for it. Papa John's is usually my go-to. That or Marco's Pizza. Or I'll find some local small little shop that sells by the slice. It's usually just when I'm on the go. When I was living in San Francisco, that by the slice was pretty good. Especially when I was working as a scooter recovery agent late at night from like 8 to about 2 or 3 in the morning. Just driving around, picking up scooters for a company, putting them back in their place and recharging them. Get hungry at about midnight. Stop at a little place for a slice. Pretty good stuff. Seen some crazy stuff while on the streets of San Francisco that late. That's a good pizza. It's been a while. I hope you've all enjoy your dinner. You guys have a good night. Have a good weekend. Well, I hope you've had a good weekend and you have a good upcoming week. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next week for dinner. Later.